let's see if we can go live.
Shows were up.
All right, good morning, everyone. Today is Monday, July 8th, 2024. It's now 10 a.m. We're here for a special session of the Hunt County Commissioners Court. At this time, I'll call the meeting to order. We have Commissioner Hutchins, Monroe, Martin, and Harrison present. I'm Judge Stovall presiding over the meeting. We have no minutes for the day. We'll have public testimony. Speakers are limited to 3 minutes and should conduct themselves in a civil manner. The Commissioners Court cannot take action on items not listed on the agenda in accordance with the Texas Open Meeting Act. Concerns will be addressed by county staff. They may be placed on a future agenda or addressed by some other course of response. Is there anyone here who wishes to speak? Daniel, anybody on? Being none, I'll close the public testimony. Commissioners, nothing on the consent calendar, action items. We're going to talk about the budget. First thing I want to talk about is our COLA raise. Hope y'all had time to look at the spreadsheets furnished and have any comments. I wanted us to be able to talk again today and probably take action on it tomorrow, but we presented it a special session, I think, 2 weeks ago, and hope everybody's had time to ponder it. And anybody got any suggestions or comments on what they're thinking? I guess comment I have, of course, we're going to have a billion, probably $2 or $3 $1,300,000,000 increase, I believe is the correct number, which, depending on what tax rate we get, we'll have a pretty good increase in revenue, which we got several areas we can spend or save it to cut tax rates. But I've been kind of, the national, keeps saying it's 3.91, I think, is the last one I heard, or 3.71 cost of living raise. But I know my cost of living at the grocery store and all is a lot higher than that, and eating out and everywhere else, and your utility bills are higher than 3%. So I'm also aware that we've given about 30% in raises over the last 5 years. So I'm kind of looking at thinking I'm along a 4% increase, which will affect our budget approximately $658,000. And 5% would cost us $916,000. So I'm between 4 and 5. I don't have a hard feeling for either one of them, but I don't know which one's right. We're kind of guessing. I've heard several entities have been in the 3 and 4% range for COLA increases. I don't know if y'all have heard of any different numbers.
This would be straight across basically for retirees, correct?
No.
No, not retirees. Cost of living raise.
Okay, regular raise.
This is just employees.
Well, looking at that 3.71, 3.9, thinking it was somewhere around the 4%, I've kind of been right around the 5% is where I was looking at.
Okay.
Just because, like you said, everything else has gone up. I know the 3.71, 3.9 is not that much, but when you start going to the grocery store, gas stations, rent for people and all that, even though, yes, we've given some good raises over the last few years, I still think with everything and, everything going on in the world, I still think we have to look at all of that, and that's why I'm somewhere around that 5%.
I believe we need to go up to 5% at the least.
The trouble with the 3.9%, that does not include fuel and groceries and
Right.
rent.
Exactly.
The three things that we all pay, that does not include those. So, it's kind of a bogus number to me. It's not, doesn't reflect, that helps the financial wizards, I guess, that do financial planning or whatever all the time, but for everyday folks that just trying to pay their bills and live, it's not, it's more than that, so.
Also, from what I'm gathering, basically fuel is getting ready to go up. They shut everything down. We have
Short term, yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Anybody else got any comments, or?
Well, I would agree that the 3.9 is certainly not true, paying the bills number there. So I personally would also be looking at something in the 5% range. I think grocery stores and fuel, that sort of thing is, it varies a lot, but that's all up between 25 and 50%, depending on the item over the last couple of years. And we've been given good raises, so we brought up about 30%, which I think was the right thing to do. And I think if we land somewhere in a 5% range, it'll be continuing that correct trend.
I'm good on 5. We want to take care of our employees, and we have to take care of taxpayers as well.
Oh, yeah.
They're hurting too. So.
Yeah, and that's kind of in the middle. What did I say? That was going to be $916,000 just in wages. It'll still affect other areas by more than that. The Social Security matching will go up, and all those other things will go up a little bit. So it's not total that, it's just total for payroll. So, well, I mean, if everybody's in agreement, y'all want to go ahead and vote on it today, or you want to wait till tomorrow, or?
I'm good for today if everybody's agree. I mean, that way the ladies can go ahead.
They can get started.
Yeah, gives them some.
All right, well, I'll entertain a motion to approve a 5% cost of living raise across all salaries in Hunt County.
So
Second.
moved.
Motion and second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. One other thing about that, I know we have some that get stipends in different areas that, I know the law enforcement stipends are tied to service, but the ones that aren't, those will go up also, that's part of their salary. Everybody agree, is it what we intended?
Yeah, let's find this out also. Does this have anything to do with AgriLife at?
Have we been doing it, those are,
No, you were gonna lower ag,
we did,
and then you were gonna lower the other one,
yeah, we raised Mary up 2,000. We lowered the new agent by half, I think it was, because we don't know what we're getting yet. And if they get somebody really good and it's gonna take that and we feel comfortable, then we can always add something back to it. But I'm nervous because it's taking so long, they're gonna get somebody without any experience, and then we need to be able to judge that and see what we think about it.
Also a question referenced, we had some questions in reference to 911. Was that ever decided as far as,
Well, that'll be an increase, and those are individual, so we'll have to talk about that in executive session.
good enough?
So the stipends that are for departments that aren't law enforcement, those stipends will go up the same 5%. I entertain a motion to approve that, just so clarity.
So moved.
We get a second? Yeah, Mark seconded. All right, all in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed? Motion carries. Okay, we got 2 requests for funding. CASA, we've been contributing $25,000 a year. I didn't bring my budget book, I'm sorry. I think it's $25,000. They've asked for an increase to 30.
Who was they?
CASA, Child Advocacy Center, or,
No,
that's court-appointed,
Special ad.
Yeah.
special advocates, yes. I think they've been getting 25, and they're asking for, with the cost going up, they've asked for $30,000 this year. Anybody looked that up yet for us, or anybody bring a budget book? All right, well, think about that, we'll have it tomorrow, we'll get clarity on that for tomorrow. We'll look up our budget book. I can't believe I walked out without mine. Same thing in Commerce Little Angels. Steve, you want to talk about that? You know more about this than I do. I know that they help the children lower income children in Commerce.
Yeah, which they put a letter together.
Yeah, I've got it, but I don't,
Copy of it. I don't know if anybody's had time to read it.
did y'all get it in your packet?
they-
Yeah, okay.
But obviously, they are just local to the Commerce area as far as providing Christmas gifts to underprivileged kids through the community, and it's all donation-based. And so they were asking for a little bit of money this year as well. I think it was $10,000 is what they were asking for to help.
Yeah, that's what's on the letter, yeah.
Yeah.
So we can, anybody got any comments, want to take action on it? We can wait and do it tomorrow also if you,
Where was that letter at?
It was in your special packet.
It's right behind your special session papers.
Is it not in here?
No?
No, it was. It's mine. But I don't know. He's got,
No.
it's all stapled
I
together on
had it
the
in
desk.
your packet. It was paper clipped together, everything was for today.
It's there.
everybody else got it but Philip?
And then you had a thing on here that says.
Yeah, I had two of those, but I didn't have that one. I didn't have, but I'll look.
Yeah, you should have these two.
What's your pleasure? You want to hold off or you want to do it today or?
Well, obviously, I'm for it, but I don't know where everybody else stands, if they want to take some time till tomorrow or what.
David, go.
That sounds like a good request. I don't have a problem taking action on it today or tomorrow.
Okay. David, you all right?
I'm good.
Take action.
All right, I'll entertain a motion to approve the contribution of $10,000 to Commerce Little Angels out of Public Services account. Is that what it'll be, Stacy? Yeah.
Make a motion to approve?
Second.
Got a motion second, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. I talked to Ted Oates from the last meeting. I don't think I've told y'all that I've talked to him. He was happy with the raise and the phone. We talked about the phones, and he felt like $75 each per month would be the right number, and I think that's in line kind of with what we do some others, so.
And they're willing to keep their phones then?
They're willing to keep their phones, and they'll just all get it because Ted and the other certified, Carol. Barbara. They get calls on the weekends from veterans and try to help them over the weekend, so I think what they're providing for our veterans, I have no issue with it. Something we should have been doing a long time ago. They've been doing that on their own for a long time, so. If everybody's all right with that, I think we've already added it to the budget. Just want to make sure everybody is aware of it. All right, has anybody got anything else they want to talk about over the budget? Anybody got comments on their own budgets or other budgets you've heard? Had time to review some of it?
I apologize if we discussed it, but I believe we had some requests from the jail for some raises. Have we addressed those? Okay.
Buddy, do we have any jail requests for raises?
Look,
I haven't had a chance to go through your budget all the way yet, so,
there's a letter from Captain Stroud in the packet from them.
okay.
Do we have?
In his budget request,
Yeah.
yeah. Like I say, I haven't got to all that yet. I'm meeting with Buddy tomorrow, so I haven't got through his Bible of information.
I'm not sure what chapter I'm on yet through that book, but we haven't made through it.
Sure, yeah, no, it can certainly wait, but there are some significant requests in
I
there.
did notice there wasn't any helicopter lights.
You- Oh, me. All right, so we'll look at and talk about that tomorrow. Yeah,
In reference to precincts, are we going to talk about that tomorrow also?
as far as what with precincts?
Well, basically, we put in for extra manpower and stuff like that.
I mean, we can talk about it individually or with those, I'm just always let the budget approve it. If you need us to, I guess y'all need to know if we're gonna add any positions. Are you adding positions or,
Well, yeah, that's what was on my letter in reference to
Okay.
that, as far as adding a position in reference to, I thought there were some other ones that added positions, if was it you? Am I correct? I don't have seriously, I don't have a copy of what you put in at all, period.
Do you have your book with you?
Huh?
Your book. Your book.
Oh, it's not there.
That's where
Okay.
your special session is with your.
Okay, the reason I was talking about it is I'd have to reach down and get this. Are we gonna talk about precincts later on, or do you desire to talk about
we
it?
can talk about it for now, about what y'all are doing and we can approve it and if we need to do it for positions, you wanna go one by one? See, Steve, you said you had a request for one new position.
Yeah, I have a correct request for one position. I think the starting pay I put in for 55,000. Sandy provided the information, what it would cost across the board for all the benefits and everything.
All right,
But yes, I did request one.
Philip, what are you requesting?
I was asking for one position full-time. This was, in fact, we've already discussed our part-time increase, but
Right.
asking for one position full-time would be a mechanic, a CDL driving equipment operator to be fully qualified. A salary of 60,000 would be appropriate. That's for something y'all, is yours going to be a mechanic type situation or overall what?
He's gonna be a CDL driver, equipment operator.
Okay, this one's would be a CDL equipment operator and also, what I have a problem with is we have mechanic, but my mechanic is a foreman, and basically it's hard. We save a lot of money by doing a lot of our mechanical work, and I'm sure that's the same way throughout the precincts. That's the position that basically I was asking for.
David?
Full-time.
What I want to do is not really add a position, but I want to take one of my guys and move him up. I'm going to create a position as assistant foreman. And what I want to do is, can I talk about what his salary is?
Yeah,
His salary right now is $51,744, and I want to bump him to $2,080, which will make him $53,824.
53?
53,824. It's $1 an hour raise.
Okay.
This guy, he knows how to run every piece of equipment on the yard. He knows how to do pub work, time. What I'm doing is when my foreman's off, I want this guy to be able to step in and cover him.
Do we need to create a position for that or just
You'll have to create the assistant foreman.
position? Okay,
That would be a creation for all of us in reference to that.
yeah, for each one.
Your 2080 would be prior to the 5%?
Yes, ma'am.
So you talking about that starting October 1st or you?
October 1st.
Yes, okay. All right,
Give him the 2080 first and then the 5%?
Yes, ma'am.
This also in reference to October the 1st, this next year's budget.
okay. Mark, you got any request or?
I had not initially wanted a new position just because we'd had a couple of resignations we filled and open position. But just, I would like to go ahead at this time and add another position just with a CDL driver, base salary 48,000. And we've just had trouble hauling rock. keeping up with that, so.
All right. All right,
May I ask you also this question, Judge, in reference to what we put in as far as, I don't know whether you've had time enough or not, in reference to what we put in throughout the whole thing, your proposal is, have you had any questions in reference to what we proposed throughout, line items?
Philip, I don't question what y'all ask for most of the time. What we have to look at, or what I think we have to look at, is, and what makes our budgeting so difficult, is we still don't know our tax base.
Yes.
We don't know what range of tax rate we even have available to us, so we're not anywhere in a position to even know what our revenue's gonna be. So the only way I know to do it is to try to get what we can get, what we think we need. Then when we get the budget, and then we find out how much revenue we got, if we're over, if we're out of balance, then we're going to come back and cut some spots somewhere in the budget, or continue like we have the last few years by having a negative, negative budget or a deficit budget, thank you.
Deficit, yeah.
So we've had the deficit budget the last 2 years, maybe 3 years, so, those decisions will have to be made later, so the only way I know to do it is get the people's request, and if we're in favor of that, then we can go ahead and put it in the budget, but we're not approving those positions until we approve the budget, and we don't want to approve the budget, we can't approve the budget until we know what our revenue is, so it's kind of a backwards way for me to do anything.
I know, thank you.
And so I don't have any problems with y'all doing that, and then once we find out what your tax rate's gonna be, what your revenue is, then y'all have fund balance just like the Fund 10 does, and if y'all wanna have a deficit budget so you can spend down your funds, that's fine too. So it's kinda up to y'all. Y'all have your own separate budget and funds, so I'll leave it to y'all to spend y'all's money.
Thank you.
The way you think you need it. All right, so I entertain a motion, to approve one position in precinct 4 in a full-time position with a salary starting at $55,000 as of October 1st. And with the 5% increase, are we just starting them at those numbers?
Mine just started at 55.
All right. And Phillips, precinct 3 is one new position, full-time, at $60,000. Precinct 2, an assistant.
That will not include an increase.
Will not include an increase?
Yes.
Okay. Precinct 2, assistant foreman is going to be a new position created, and it's going up $2,820? $2,080. And it'll be a plus the 5% on yours. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay. And precinct 1 is creating one new position at $48,000, and effective October 1st, no 5%.
Correct.
Did I get it all? All right, entertain a motion to that.
So move.
Second,
Got a motion second, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. All right, anybody else got other things we want to talk about before we go to executive session? Being none, I'll entertain a motion to go in executive session.
Second?
Got a motion second, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries for an executive session at 10:24. Glad you're here, Sandy. I'm being mean.
Shows we're back up.
All right. We're back in regular session. It's 11:07. Commissioners, we've been presented the Hunt County Insurance costs for October 1st, 2024 through September 30th, 2025. It'll be part of the record, so I don't have to read off every one of these, do I? Daniel? Yeah. Okay. It basically is something around a 10% increase over last year's cost, and what was it over the dental and vision, 5?
Medical's
6 or 5.
Dental is 6 and vision is 5.
Okay, so dental 6, vision's 5, and health's about 10%. So, Commissioners, I'd entertain a motion to approve the Hunt County insurance rates for the next year.
So move.
Second.
Got a motion second, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. You gave him one?
I didn't give him one, yeah.
Chad,
He told me that one.
you want that one?
I can email you one.
All right, is there anything else we want to come out and do? I don't think so. All right, nothing further. Entertain a motion to adjourn.
So move.
Second?
Got a motion second, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. We're adjourned at 11:08. Thank you, everyone.